coming to Learn Life First annual. Thank you guys for coming to the first annual poetry night. I hope that you guys enjoy this. We have a couple people that have wrote books, done poetry, wrote some songs, all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy this time. No clapping, it's snap snaps. You are more than welcome to ask questions. You're more than welcome to give their feedback and let them know what you liked about, what they said. So, our first person will be, she go by the name of Miss Keys.
Yes.
Oh, you want to go? No?
She want me to go first.
Okay, so now I gotta start all over. So the person that's gonna come first, her name, we call her Big Barb.
Yeah.
Barb, black and beautiful. You know what it is, Tongue. She about to spit that poetry for y'all. I hope y'all love it. Come on up here.
Yes. Come on.
Step. I'm not even gonna look at y'all.
Oh my God.
No, what's up?
You got it.
Auntie, you with me still? Auntie, you with me here? I got something just for you. Look, you ain't know the same stuff I want for, but look.
She never gonna leave.
I'm with you.
She never gonna leave you. Believe
I'm with you.
that one ain't gonna never leave you because she with me.
All right now, because I didn't expect my elders to be here.
No, you're not. We want to hear that.
Excuse
We
me.
gonna want it all raw.
Excuse my French. This first little piece I got.
Fuck French, speak English.
Oui. No, but this first little piece I got is off the inspiration of a song I'm working on. So it's short. Matter of fact, both my pieces is short. But you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoy this little first piece. Are we on live? Hey, live. Hey, you know what I'm saying? A little chocolate thing, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you get my good chocolate angle though, cause you know what I'm saying? The curl good on the side.
No, I think BB Big Bird.
Look, that's part of the hairstyle. Don't record this.
And you're tapping.
So this is called Sweet Hennessy. This for you. Auntie Roz and Auntie Pooh, Auntie Roz, Auntie Pooh, yeah. So yeah, here we go. Sweet Hennessy, baby, how I want and need your love driving me crazy. You got me drunk texting right now. Sweet Hennessy, baby, how I want and need your love driving me crazy. You got me drunk texting right now. Damn, ain't this a bitch? I just drunk text my ex and said, can I hit? I know it's been a while, but I'm off this fifth and I thought about the last time I had your sheets soaking wet. Cause boy, oh boy, them lips know how to kiss a woman's lips and make them drip like pipes that need a fix. Baby, I know it's a hit and miss. Sorry.
That's the girl you drunk text?
I know it's...
Damn. Boom.
I know it's a hit and miss, and I know you missed the way I put you to sleep. Had you stuttering off your speech. Don't speak. Just feel the climax and recall the way I say your name when I sent this drunk text. Sweet Hennessy, baby, how I want and need your love driving me crazy. You got me drunk texting right now. Sweet Hennessy, baby, how I want and need your love driving me crazy. You got me sending drunk texts now. Oh, that's my first little piece. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all it was short. That's right. Yeah, you got it.
Y'all got anything y'all want to ask her?
No, she got another piece.
No.
You
She
said
spoke
now
up. She
you
spoke
Man, y'all
up.
can ask me whatever.
You did your deed.
I got a
You
question
did
for
it.
you.
Oh,
You
shit.
go drunk text tonight?
Ooh.
No, I ain't got
You ain't had no Hennessy for real?
She had Hennessy in the car, so
Oh, shit. Oh, well, we don't
I
know.
definitely had to have some Hennessy.
It might
She
be
did
one.
have drugs. You know what? Because I seen you with that bottle.
Yeah, but I ain't.
That's all right.
Not yet,
I ain't seen
Donna.
no drunk text
Not
yet.
yet.
How long you been writing?
Not
That's all right.
yet.
I've really been writing all my life from where I can remember. I remember being about
How long was your
9
life?
writing. Huh?
How long was your life? How old are you?
Pause that right quick.
She 40.
You ain't gonna believe me if I tell you.
Tell us.
40. How old are you?
She ain't no 40.
She 30.
You 30?
I'll be 31 in August.
Okay.
So I get black on
Looking good. Looking good.
I'm childish, but I'm grown. Hey, turn me up a little bit. Yeah. Got some sound effects on this one?
Right. I was with you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Any thoughts? All minds clear. That's what they say in church. All minds clear.
That was your shit. That
You
was your shit.
done
I like that.
Awesome.
I like that.
Awesome.
I like your beat. I like how you had it.
Right now. Don't do. All right. This next piece. Before I do this next piece, I just want to thank Shakira and Richard
Hey, gang.
for always encouraging me and pushing me. This is kind of like my first time doing like a poetry set. Like I send a lot of texts with poetry and stories and stuff like that, but I kind of just like for people to enjoy their perspective on the pieces that I send out. So this is my first time hitting the stage, and then they always making me do shit, man. Just always pushing me to be a better me. And so this next piece is dedicated to them.
Oh,
It's
wow.
called Kinda Different. Be quiet, cause y'all gonna make me nervous. Y'all gonna make me mess up.
I knew that already.
Look, y'all gonna make me nervous. Y'all gonna
We
make me
still
mess
here,
up.
no matter what. We still here. We listening.
Yeah, but it's called Kinda Different. So
There you go.
I'm gonna try to get through this without getting a little bit emotional. So y'all give me a minute. I'm a thug, so I ain't gonna cry, but you know what I'm saying.
Video that.
I might have to take a minute.
Hey.
See, this life that I'm living got me thinking kind of different. See, I used to talk like a thug, but now I'm on my Maya Angelou shit. I used to walk like Tupac. Well, I still walk like Tupac with this 9 on my hip, but I put my Learn Life hoodie on to cover up my shit. Hustle is ambition with niggas that got knowledge. Y'all ain't catch that. Hustle is ambition with niggas that got knowledge. I ain't catch that. See, I watched Richard show RJ the game so he can go to college. Hope y'all caught that. Visions of me having a storefront in a suburban neighborhood. Why you gonna make me cry? Visions of... Y'all. Man, it ain't supposed to just be family here. Hold up.
Come on, man up. There you go.
All right, I'm gonna watch you. You gonna, yeah. All right.
Look at Pooter.
Let's do it. Go on.
Look at me,
Spit your shit.
I got your back, homie.
Spit your shit.
Visions of having a storefront in a suburban neighborhood. Hood niggas can come and get they drip. Yeah, it's all good. Hold on, y'all.
You got it.
See, I see kids watching. See, I see kids wearing Vicious Panda. My gangsters wearing 140. And my church folks wearing the Covenant. While they on their spiritual, shh, don't say too much. Because that's when the visions they crush. Now your line ringing. But your customers showing love. But your old circle think they acting funny. My fault, y'all. But your old circle think they acting funny because your line you ain't picking up. But remember, hustler's ambition brings notoriety. And knowledge is power.
Yes, it
is. That's that Hank terminology. I'm good, y'all.
Yeah.
That was good.
Oh, she a poet. Okay.
That was good.
All right, give it up for. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how to do it. But anywho, okay, so we going to go to our next person that's about to hit the stage. She go by Miss Key. Snap them fingers for her.
Hey. Can we say A? Like A.
Okay, I don't have a poem for you all, but I have a short story that was published in Nia Magazine, my short story, and you all can find it online. Just go to niamagazine.com and type in the title. So it's called Closer. Okay, it's called You're Pretty for a Dark-Skinned Girl.
You sure is pretty.
Okay. I sat on her front porch, clicking my roller skates on the pavement as the blazing sun kissed my skin. Unwilling to allow the truth to process, I played the scene over again in my mind. My brows furrowed as I thought of the pessimistic words spoken against me, against my culture, against my beliefs. At the tender age of 15, there was a great deal that I understood about my world, but there was also so much more to learn. My best friend had cut me deeply with her venomous speech. She told me that I was pretty for a dark-skinned girl. And with each word spoken, a dagger was sent through my chest. I believe that I may have misheard her, so I asked once more, "What do you mean I'm pretty for a dark-skinned girl?" Don't get me wrong, you're pretty. There are just not many pretty dark girls. I changed into my sneakers and turned on my heels, headed to the small brick home at the corner of the street that my mother, father, and I occupied. I pushed my dejected emotions to the pit of my stomach as my pace quickened. The more I felt the rise of the tears fighting to escape, the more I needed to be in my father's arms. He was the one person who called me exceedingly beautiful every day, and I trusted his judgment. I didn't understand what she meant when she said, "for a dark-skinned girl," but I understood that I would forever play that sentence whenever I admire my reflection in the mirror. I would replay that sentence in my thoughts whenever I felt beautiful or attractive. I would replay those thoughts when a boy complimented me, and I would replay those thoughts when I crossed paths with other melanated girls.
Yes, yes.
There was absolutely no beauty in those words. I used my key to unlock the front door as my head hung low. My mother approached me and asked what bothered me. Kia said that I was pretty for a dark-skinned girl. Silence filled the room as my mother bit her full bottom lip and placed her small hand on her wide hips. I stood in front of her as I allowed the tears to finally flow freely. My mother held me tightly as my sensations consumed me. I didn't know why her words hurt so badly, but I knew that I couldn't hide the way they made me feel. This continued on for forever until she forced my head high with the nudge of my chin. That damn Kia has not always been the brightest kid, you know. And her light skin and straight hair doesn't make her any more beautiful than you are. Some people are so blinded that they do not understand true magnificence. And that is not your responsibility to fix. You are beautiful because you were designed by the Creator. You are beautiful because your skin has been delicately kissed by the sun and you hold a divine superiority, spiritually, emotionally, and physically that no one else has. Your ashes have been turned into beauty so many times over that Kia doesn't hold a candle to you. She does not understand, but you are amazingly beautiful. And the only person that can take that from you is you. Her words helped to uplift me, and I felt my mood soften. She requested that I get cleaned up for dinner just as my father walked through the front door. His finely tailored navy blue suit was now wrinkled and worn down from a long day supervising his construction company. He walked into the kitchen kissing my forehead before joining my mother at the stove and placing kisses all over her face. I smiled and headed to the bathroom in preparation for dinner. As the suds filled my palms, my eyes met my image in the mirror, and I felt the self-hating thoughts creeping upon me. But before I could mentally tear myself down, my father called for me in the dining room. I joined them at the table as we held hands, and he recited a prayer over our family's peace, prosperity, and health. Dinner remained pleasant as we discussed our day with one another. It seemed as if my mother had mentioned the ordeal with Kia to my father, so I chose not to speak on it. Afterwards, I helped clean the kitchen and I retreated to my bedroom for the evening. Moments later, my father knocked softly before entering. I sat in front of my window reading, refusing to acknowledge his presence. Although his energy dominated the room, I knew that the moment I looked at him, I would release the rest of the pain my mother's words were unable to capture. He sat down near me before he spoke. Words have the power to plant thoughts, and those thoughts have the power to manifest reality. So I would like to give you something to ponder on. We have never been ordinary. We descend from an endless line of royalty, and there is absolutely nothing ordinary about our ethnicity, our mind, our spirit, or our skin. So the next time someone tells you that you are pretty for a dark-skinned girl, you turn around and you say to them that you are beautiful because you are chosen. And you continue to hold your head high and walk with great pride because that is the kind of queen we are raising you to be. Graceful, strong, intelligent. The world will always attempt to strip you of your power, but it is ultimately up to you how you take those experiences and manifest them into your reality. Just something for you to think about, beautiful. He placed his callous hands on my face, wiping away the long tear I was unaware of before leaving me to my thoughts. The words that my parents spoke filled my spirit and it was as if I had an awakening. I then understood what it meant to be beautiful and black. I understood the level of love and admiration that the words king and queen held when spoken between them. I understood what it was to be chosen, and I decided at that moment that I would not live any other way. My family exemplified excellence. And
we have more people that came in. We appreciate y'all coming to our first bar.
I'm done. I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay, so we are back with our second segment of the poetry night at Kinda Different. This is our first annual poetry night. We're going to do this every month. Our next one is May 18th. So if you guys would like to be a part of or you want to come back, you're more than welcome. If you would like to tell your friends or family, they are more than welcome also. Feel free to shop. We have 20% off and all that good stuff. We have liquor back there and sandwiches and all that stuff. So our next person that will be coming to the mic, her name is Lay. I'm gonna call her Lay because I like her. Come up here and spit your stuff. We are not clapping, we are snapping. Okay, come in. All right, Lay.
I got you both.
Don't make me nervous.
You fine.
I don't know which one I want to do yet. I got 3 that I wanted to pick from.
You can
Do all 3.
If you want to.
Okay, hold on. Let me find it first. My heart beating real fast. Okay, so this one is called Genesis. It was about this guy that I used to be with. So.
Okay.
Now my heart was filled with darkness. So God said, "Let there be light." He was talking about you. Actually, those beginning verses about creation weren't about the world we live in, but it was about you and Him creating perfection.
Thankfully, he made me and gave me you to disperse the darkness and fill it with so much light, so that the light and darkness had to be separate. And that's how the days were created. That's why I hate being by myself at night, because I'm afraid of the dark. I pray for the morning because that's when I see the light. Your face and your smile is so bright, it can serve as a luminary in the sky to shine upon the earth. God must have named the expanse after you because you are my heaven, and all the angels were made in your image. It took God 6 days to complete the earth, and on the seventh day he rested and declared it sacred. It took me 6 days to love you, and on the seventh I rested because I knew I gave you my heart. I figured out that you and I are one. I guess that's why God said that I'm your rib.
Wow, that was deep.
Thank you. So I got this one is like, this one is called He Said Nothing. It's so basically it was about this guy, the same guy. We broke up, but this is why we broke up. So
Wanna go beat him up?
you about to hear about it.
I think you wanna go beat him up.
Oh, don't go beat it up, girl. No, it's not even on
We can beat his
bad feelings.
Fuck up, boo.
So it's called He Said Nothing. I heard that 90% of human interaction is nonverbal. I get it now. Without warning. That was the message that you intended. No words. Do you know, if I could go back to that night, I would have made sure that it was a homicide that night. Actually, no way, 2 homicides. Without warning. Turn off my location so you had no warning. I should have put you both in a trunk and re-G'd you till you seen the flashing lights. I would have made sure that you felt dead. The kind of dead you feel if your mother died. Your grandmother died. If your baby died in your arms in front of you with no warning. If you thought the Bible pierced like a 2-edged sword, you have no idea what's coming for you. Feeling like God isn't listening, that he's saying nothing. If he turned his back on you, do you know how that feels? To purposely cut yourself open, spill your blood, spatter your organs, give away your heart, live whole soul for someone else, and still have to pray that you say something. I have to pray for you to give me an explanation, give me a reason, but you said nothing. And see, they say that love is as strong as death is. You said nothing, that's as strong as death is. And for what you've done, I will never forgive myself for not sitting in a jail cell right now. And if your mother knew what I had done, if your mother knew what I had done, I would have just said nothing. I would have prayed that God have mercy on my soul, but I know that he would have said nothing.
I'm a man. I want to snap. I'm a kick your ass. I'm a kick your ass.
All this time.
You one more. No.
2 more.
2 more. Okay.
She said she had 3 left before it's 4 out of it.
But that's how you didn't feel before, so
I feel that already.
Put the waves on swim, wait, me and Big
Stop.
gonna keep on your foot.
Let me see. Okay. I got
Look back like
this one.
yeah, my Air Force.
This one is called Love Like Fairy Tales.
Okay.
So have any of you guys seen that show You?
Yes.
I really like that show, and the show called You.
What does it feel like?
It's about this crazy guy stalking this girl. It was something that she wrote that really inspired me to write this.
On Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
It was had something to do with Beauty and the Beast.
What does it feel like?
YOU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's called Love Like Fairy Tales. I wish I believed in love like fairy tales and kissing while snow falling. The perfect man, the perfect marriage, the perfect life. The sequel to our love story is an unwritten Beauty and the Beast script. It's about me. I'm destined to be a white dove, a damsel in distress. I fall in love with beasts disguised like princes that are in Cinderella movies or knights in shining armor, hoping they will fight dragon mouths full of fire to seal a kiss for a lifetime. Me, the white dove, is easily impressed by men with daddy issues and broken like crack levees. Me, the white dove, is easily persuaded and fancied by men who are out to get me. Somehow, I always get trapped inside Bluebeard's castle. He is the same man over and over again. He makes me feel like the belle of the ball, but in his private quarters, I'm held as a slave. They say he is a folktale. They say he isn't real, but I have seen the darkness, and I've seen his face many times.
Snap them fingers.
You a dog motherfucker. I should kick your ass though.
Thank you.
Great job.
You gotta go back up there. Go back and ask some questions.
Oh, questions? Okay. What's up?
So, I mean, we did this at the first segment. The first segment, would you ask her questions, how you feel, how long she been doing this, if it's anything that you liked about her poems, you can tell her about them. I want to know, how long you been writing?
I've been writing since I was like in middle school. So I'm 22 now, so I've been writing for a while.
Is it anything that you usually write about? Is it any specifics, or you just
Usually all my poems, everything I write is pertaining to me. Like, I don't write about anything else. I write about exact experiences that I have been through. It's real raw. Like, I don't try to be rhymey. If it comes off rhymey, that's just how it came. I don't really like try to do nothing.
Write?
I love to write. When I was younger, I didn't really have great communication skills, so I used to write in my diaries. And then I had this class when I was in middle school, and it was a poetry class. I didn't know what that was. Like, I mean, I knew what poetry was, but I didn't know I liked it. So I would just write. And she said I was really good in the class, and then I don't know, it just came natural. So that's pretty much it.
Well, snap for my girl, I'm leaving this here, Shakira. That okay.
I'm gonna leave it. Who you waving at?
What?
Who you just waving at?
None of your business. You don't want to take that? You are dressed. No, you
I am. I'm
okay. You want to put it on?
Little girl trapped inside her adult body because she never had time to heal. Little girl trapped inside her emotions, she just don't know how to feel. Used, abused by everyone, she don't know who to trust. Trapped inside her thoughts, getting out is a must. Feeling like a parentless child, never has stability. How did this little girl grow? How does she get out? Where does she find the ability? Surrounded by so many people and still feel all alone. Placed with different family members, never really had a home. It's time for this little girl to let go and let this woman free. Sad to say, this little girl is me. Been meditating, praying, and learning how to love. Because the only thing that keeps this little girl going is her son and the man above. Now I finally put this little girl to rest. Now I can flourish, move on, and do my best.
That's the first time I done heard Trey snap.
The whole
Thank you.
night.
I love it. The whole
You did good. You didn't slur nothing. You did really, really good.
Thank you.
First time I heard Rich hype. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, so we usually ask questions, but
I'm ready. No, ask my questions.
I really don't have a question. This is what I need. This is what I want to say. I want to say that poetry might be your outlet. This might be your outlet in life. So I feel like that you should continue to do it. I feel like you should write all the time, and I feel like once a month we're going to have this, and you should express yourself. That's going to be your breather. That's going to be your time to be able to outlet. It's something different for you, and I feel like that's something that you should continue to do. Whether it took you 30 minutes to do this, whether it take you an hour to do it next time, I feel like that's something that you should continue to do. And I loved it. I understood where you was coming from. I felt it. It gave me chills, and I think you should continue to do it.
Okay. Did I say my poem clear, y'all?
Questions?
Was it clear? Did y'all hear it clearly?
Questions? Y'all want to know why she did it, or y'all fine? Y'all good?
Questions?
You know, we like y'all have your questions.
Yes.
I don't have no questions.
What am I going to say?
What?
I've been, no, myself.
Really, I'm gonna tell you what my poem is about. My poem is about myself. It's kind of self-explanatory, how I feel, but I feel like I grew from who I was a year ago.
What you was supposed to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I feel a little better now that I did it.
Yeah.
A little. Maybe I can perform for 1,000 people now.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
Yes, you. You.
Be this patient. You gotta be ready.
It's my first time in front of a crowd.
This her first time.
Yes. Thank you.
As much as I've been writing, it's my first time, but keep doing what you're doing, because it makes you better.
Just a person.
Like, your release, she can tell you, because y'all miss her, but keep doing what you're doing. It helps you be who you are. Because what you write in poetry is what makes you be who you are. It releases you from your past so you can move. It helps you be who you are, because it helps you move forward from what you suffer from. Poets can't be somebody who writes about something that hasn't happened and then don't perform what's happened, because it keeps us there in that moment about what's happened, if that makes any sense to you. As a poet.
Yes. I feel special because it's Trey first time snapping and Richard first time getting hype. Hey.
Thank you for
I do like
Thank you for performing. I appreciate you. Our next person that will be performing.
I joke a lot, and okay, I actually wrote this in 2017. I wrote this quite a while ago. I'm gonna just give you the backstory now before I say what I'm gonna say. I wrote "Love One Another" up there because somebody asked for a quote. I don't know who asked for it, but somebody asked for a quote. Huh? Okay. I wrote that because the guy that I was dating was killed in 2016. And his last post was "Love One Another." And I opened up my daycare, child's play daycare, 1 year after that. And that's when I wrote this. The day I got that call, you made my heart race. I was just hoping that you just caught another case. Never thought there would be a day that I wouldn't see your face. Wishing you would hold on to your life for your daughter's sake. A hurtful feeling that was and still hard to shake. Went to church, asked God why you put that on my plate. But what's the point of asking when your plate is already ate? But I gotta keep this faith and move with grace. I love you, Vine. I know you're in a better place. And that's it. I opened up my daycare 1 year after he passed away because we planned on having kids in 2 years. So that's where my daycare stems from. I love children to death. Everybody know I do. I haven't wrote since I was young, since I was middle school, high school. I was out of school for 8 years before I wrote that. Actually, I wrote it to everybody who's doing a So Gone challenge. It was actually a rap at first, but then I just put it on the post and I just posted it. I had 511 views, and I just was like, whatever. But I just felt like I wanted to express that today because that's how I still feel. I feel like, you know, I know he's in a better place. I know that everything's going to be okay. I know that the man above is looking after me, and I'm so blessed. Everybody here is blessed. You woke up this morning, y'all have children, y'all is okay. Everybody is okay, and that's it. Thank you.
So what made you write? Do you still write?
I haven't wrote